Welcome to my channel, I Am Mook. I'm your host, Mook, and in this series, I'm transferring all my journals into Audible format. So this video is an Audible format of what I've wrote since 2015 till now. The point is to see how much I've learned over the years, and maybe some of this stuff might resonate with y'all and maybe it doesn't. For those of you that don't know how to journal, I don't know how to journal either. I just started writing one day, so this is part of the project, so I hope you enjoy. The Confused Mind of Being Mook, book number 1. I wrote this sometime around mid-2015. Can I say that I am unique when my personality and thoughts are based off something or someone else? Nothing I have thought over time has been my own. Not my view on life, my definition of love, my ambitions or dreams. And the things that are important to me are all a series of other people's ideas. How can I say that I am real if I have yet to create something original? Maybe what makes us unique is the power to reproduce. Before the baby learns anything, it has been born unique and cleansed of any impurities. Maybe that's why their eyes are so white until they join the rest of society, and their eyes slowly turn red, yellow, or brown. That is when you know someone has or is doing something poisonous to the mind. But sadly, I feel I cannot produce kids. So, if reproduction is what makes us unique, then it is possible that I am not unique. I would think personalities would make us unique. It is unique in the fact that we took unlimited information to help mold who we are today. Nonetheless, it is information that has already been created by another. We are not the ones that created thought. Why do I get annoyed so much? Am I always angry? I don't think I am. I will admit that I get angry maybe more than most people, but I still don't understand why. Am I mad about my parents' divorce when I was just born? Am I mad about the way society reacts to life? Am I mad about not having enough money? I mean, I do have enough money, though I don't have millions of dollars. I have enough to treat my family and friends. I have enough money to give to people who are homeless. I have enough to pay for things most people wouldn't expect me to. I'm trying to figure out what is the root of my problems. If money is the root of all problems, more specifically, the love for money, then maybe I have an answer. Money hasn't always been around though, so problems have existed before then. There is no structure to my thoughts, so nothing goes in order. I have been drinking though, maybe that's why I'm writing now. But in order for me to focus, I have to stop drinking. January 19th, 2016, written while I was drunk. It's been over 6 months since I last wrote in this book. To start off my thoughts, I think we are supposed to understand our dreams. I am not God, though I wish I would have a chance to understand. I think we have a chance to understand, but we don't realize it. Why don't we realize? It's probably because of all the bullshit we live in. How many years do we have to live? Not that much. Out of eternity, we have about 100 years to live. How much can you learn in 100 years out of eternity? Not shit. So why do we judge? Or should I say, why are we always judging? From insects to animals to humans, we judge. Every living species or thing analyzes its competition, its opponents, its enemies. Is that supposed to be the way of species on Earth? How much am I expected to know when I don't know anything? I'm supposed to care about what I have learned, but what have I learned besides trying to understand myself? How can I understand the facts of life or existence when it's the facts based off this earth? February 20th, 2016. I am no longer scared to die anymore. No, I am not drunk, tipsy, or under any influence. I am, however, scared of how I will die. How long has everything been around? Most may say since the beginning of time, but in what aspect of time? Is it in the aspect of us as humans, and how do we relate to existence's flow? March 3rd, 2016. I've been thinking more and more about existence and the world that I live in. I'm starting to feel like there is no set or specific thing that I'm supposed to do while I'm conscious. I used to wonder what I was put on this earth for, or wonder about my purpose. What am I supposed to be doing? What can I do? What am I permitted to do? Everything is my answer, or it is becoming my answer. I wasn't created to exist. I've always existed. I haven't had consciousness the entire time, but I surely have been existing. I have consciousness, so I can tell myself and see for myself that I exist, even if I'm living in a false reality. I can still see, think, hear, and move, so no matter what, I know I exist. I'm aware of my existence. Do I know to what extent that I exist? No. Before my body formed, I was a cell in my dad or mom, or I am a creation between their mixed cells. The cells that were in them came from their parents, and so forth. No matter what, my existence has been passed through many things that inevitably set up the recognition of my consciousness. If my existence has always been around and has passed through multiple things since what we call the beginning, that means I have always existed. No matter if I have consciousness or not, I will always exist. What if everything ceases to exist? How can existence cease to exist, should be the question. If there is no answer besides a speculation, then until a fact is proven that existence can cease to exist, I will forever be. I shall stop writing for now because there are too many topics that have popped in my mind on what to talk about, like perfection. May 13th, 2017. Welcome back, Mook. I haven't had a drink since January 19th, 2017. This next part I wrote after eating magic mushrooms. I forgot God for selfish reasons, and I was wrong in doing so. I forgot you. I was selfish and I defied your law for my own rationale. I was granted everything, then took things for granted. I thought I knew I was above everyone else. To correct myself, I knew I was above everyone else. That is why I was wrong. I know nothing, especially in infinity, and for me to know without knowledge is ignorant. On top of that, I decided to put myself above everyone else with knowledge that I did not have. Selfish was, and still am I. Being selfish is but one of the many horrible things that I've done. A horrible act that I've committed was forgetting you, God. Regardless of how I felt, I should have never forgotten you. I defied your law also. I cannot remember specifically what law I defied, but to defy any law by God is wrong. I was tasked with writing, and I was exceptionally good at it. I was told to do something, and I either strayed away from my purpose and became lost and forgot, or I decided to not do the task appointed. It doesn't matter at all. I should have never done it. I can't believe I forgot or tried to forget God. Who am I? What right did I have to do something so stupid as to neglect you? The reason all things exist. The reason I exist. Was I hurting so bad? Did I feel forgotten? Is that why I chose to forget? I thought I was above everyone, and I didn't care that others suffered. There are lessons learned through suffering, and I felt everyone needed to suffer. Not by physical torture or torment or anything specific, but a struggle to overcome is a necessity. I felt things shouldn't be one way only. There can't be good without evil, light without dark, right without wrong, peace without war. All of these things exist based off each other. For all to be one thing means there's no opinion, and without opinion, you don't realize you have a choice. And without realization, you aren't aware of your own consciousness. And without consciousness, how can you prove you exist? I was created so all things can exist. I was not the reason for existence. Knowing I was created for all things to exist made me big-headed, so to speak. Instead of understanding my purpose is to serve everyone, I created my own thought that everyone was to serve me. Not serve as cleaning my stuff, or feeding me, or buying things for me, or being my slave. I wanted everyone to act on my time. My need and thought was self-preservation, and for things to be done on my own accord. I thought I needed everything done the way I see fit, in the time and space I wanted it in. I was given everything and was spoiled. There's nothing wrong with being spoiled sometimes. I just became selfish because I was accustomed to having everything and started thinking I deserve everything. I didn't realize I was being controlling. Control is what I fear not having, or I fear not having control. I fear losing my consciousness. I fear not existing. I felt I needed control for security of my own existence. And for that, I am wrong. Regardless of what I say is true, only one can judge me, and that means everything to me. And that one is the reason infinity exists. I am not perfect, but I am not imperfect. I am approaching perfection in the existence of infinity. To be true to my knowledge, I had forgotten God. I have assumed to know better. I have been selfish. I have defied tasks appointed to me. I have lied. I have spoken when all I was supposed to do is right. For these reasons, I am ready to be judged if the time is now. I should have never forgotten God. I should have never forgotten you. I ask for forgiveness and mercy. Regardless of whether or not my request is accepted, I appreciate the life I have had and everything that was given to me. If given the chance, I would ask if my memory could be restored of the wrong that I have done in its entirety, so that I may truly repent for my misdeeds. I denounce the name King Daddy Mook. I am no king unless you state it. I am Mook. I am not a ruler, but a server. I was created so that all things can exist. I am not perfect, but I am not imperfect. I approach infinity, and in doing so, I approach perfection. My purpose is to be a human being on earth right now, and I'm free to do whatever I want that is permitted, but I will be judged upon what I do.